when it comes to this shit, I got methods to it. I got methods. Don't question me. I'm the method man. But leaving early from school is really one of the best things of all time. It's a great feeling because you leave early. Hell, you don't even go to school. You're like, man, all these bozos at school. I'm over here, doing God knows what. No, I'm just chilling. I don't give a fuck. No, I don't gotta worry about a teacher talking about some random bullshit that I couldn't give a fuck about. Cause that's all I be hearing. These motherfuckers just be yapping on and on about some shit that I could not give a single fuck about. And you may be thinking, well, that's your education, man. That's what you're gonna have to do for the rest of your life. And I'm like, man, I don't give a fuck. Like at my school, it's kind of easy to leave, early. If we could say it like that, in a hypothetical sense, kind of easy. And all you gotta do is just, there's like a little hill thing. All you have to do, make sure that there's no teachers around. Get there. You get out of there. You're good. I don't do it as much now. Instead I'm just like, hey, my stomach hurt. I'm trying to get out early like that. Because at the same time, I'm not trying to, get fucked over by something. Because these teachers be predictable. That shit is extremely, no, not predictable, unpredictable. That shit, like all of a sudden, there's no teachers around there. All of a sudden, you get blindsided by one of them. No one look like a fucking linebacker. And I'm like, what you doing here, man? The Raiders need some linebackers. Recruiting. I'm recruiting. I was like, shit. But at the same time, I did that shit a lot. Especially like earlier in the year. I used to always live like that. I mean, even it's always been in my blood to do this shit. I remember back in elementary school, I was calling my parents about, my stomach hurting, or some bullshit, because I couldn't give a fuck about it. Like I hated school since the day I stepped forth in it. And I think everyone can relate to that shit because school is not a pleasant environment to be around because I just couldn't give less of a fuck about this shit. Like I couldn't. I'm over here, I'm not even trying to go. I'm trying to stay in my bed. I'm cooling, man. I'm trying to sleep. I mean, it's not like I sleep at a unreasonable time. I sleep at like 12. It's not that bad. But at the same time, some things have changed and now I gotta walk to school. I'm like, fuck, man. Like, this kind of some bullshit. Not to mention the school bathrooms. I mean, this shit is mostly just coming out to be a video just about school in general, when it was supposed to be about something else. But let me talk about that something else, because we're leaving early. That shit cool. I remember back in the beginning of the year, I used to leave damn near almost every day. I remember one of my friends was always telling me, I was like, hey, let's get out of here, and I was like, fuck yeah, let's do that shit. So when you see the absence or attendance shit, oof, that shit is some nasty shit. Cause that, like, you see how many absences there are right there. You think that like it's 2 people on that shit. You think that is like combined, when shit, that's only for 1 class. And I'm over here like, damn, bro. Like, I mean, I've been teeing up though. I've been going to school. I've been doing shit. I mean, I don't like it. I fucking hate this shit. I ain't trying to be there for however long it is, because at the same time, it's not like I'm going to. It's not like they're letting me out at a reasonable time. They're not letting me out at a reasonable time. They letting me out at 3:50. I'm like, come on, man. Like, this some bullshit. Like, I should be out of school by like, hell, 3:35. That shit is a lot more reasonable. I take that, mostly because, like, 15 minutes off. But that shit nicer. I remember they had that back then. Back in, like, when they had online school. I think it was earlier. And that shit was nice. I mean, online school, I took that shit for granted. Like, I look back at it now and I'm like, man, I wish I cherished it. More, because in-person school is not the way to go. Me personally, I hate this shit. I much rather just stay home. Good thing with me, I'm a shitter, bro. Like, my stomach be hurting damn near every day, every hour. So to just, be at home, and I could just, go to the bathroom whenever I want without having to tell the teacher, or without having to worry about some random ass motherfuckers coming in talking about something. It smell like shit in here. Like, this shit, it's nice. It's a nice place to be at. But now I gotta go back to school. Like, fuck, man, these teachers, they's not helping me. At the same time, this is my final year. Unless I go to college, which I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm trying to go to college. I mean, I do got, I got accepted to one, but hey, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's just how life goes. Stay, keep your head above the water. We here.